friends, welcome back to my YouTube. Today I'm going to be making something for you that I'm very excited to make. It's okonomiyaki pancakes. I'd like to step you through a few of the ingredients that we're going to be using today because they might be unfamiliar to you. At the base of every good Japanese soup is a stock called dashi. Dashi is made from bonito flakes, which are a dried flaked tuna, and kombu seaweed. And I'm just gonna show you what those are. This right here is kombu. And if I were making this stock from scratch, I would throw in 2 to 3 of these, depending on the size of the stock pot. And I would throw in about a quarter cup, maybe a little bit more than a quarter cup of bonito flakes. I'm just gonna hold these up so you can see what they are. But I am going the lazy route today, and we're going to be using dashi powder. If you have a good Asian store, this product should be available to you. If not, you could try using like a miso soup base. I would try to, like, if it has any chunks of tofu, take them out. Otherwise, if you can, definitely preferably use the dashi. Then kewpie. This is my new favorite thing. Kewpie is a Japanese mayonnaise, and once you try it, you will never want regular mayonnaise ever again. This stuff is like elevated mayonnaise, and it is so, so good. So if you don't have this mayonnaise, use regular mayonnaise and maybe thin it out with just a little bit of rice vinegar. If you don't have the rice vinegar, just use the regular mayonnaise. It'll work. This last product, this okonomi sauce, is made specifically for the pancakes. There are recipes online where you can make this sauce. If you don't have it, you can definitely use oyster sauce. I really like oyster sauce as well, almost as much, I would say. And yeah, that's it. I wanted to note before I get started that with these pancakes, there are no set rules as to what goes into it. You want to really find like almost like a coleslaw base. I've seen it done with Japanese yams, carrots, cabbage. I've also seen it done with soba noodles, and we're not going to do the noodles today. I'm going to be using sweet potatoes, cabbage, and a little bit of carrot. Let's get started. I'm going to go over the ingredients before we get started. So real quick, I have cornstarch, flour, I've got the dashi powder, bonito flakes, the kewpie, mayonnaise, soy sauce, sea salt, butter, okonomi sauce, a chili oil. You can also use a sesame oil. I've got baking powder. I've got some sugar in here. Sesame seeds, toasted sesame seeds, about a cup of shrimp, and then green onion, carrot, 2 sweet potatoes, and cabbage. First, I'm going to start with the dashi. So you really don't need a lot of this. I'm going to be adding a teaspoon dashi powder. I'm prepping the dried ingredients for the pancakes. While I prep the vegetables, I'm going to be refrigerating the pancake mix to let the gluten set up a little bit. So 1.5 cups of flour. Oh, I should like to mention that this makes 4 full-size pancakes. Half cup of starch, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of sugar. I'm gonna mix this up, and then to this I wanna add my wet ingredients. I have my 1.5 cups of dashi. About 1/2 of a teaspoon of soy. And 4 eggs. All right, now that that's ready, I'm going to stick it in the fridge to set up. I'm going to cut this bad boy in half. There's my shredded cabbage. Next we're peeling, and then I'm going to grate these sweet potatoes. I've decided we're gonna go ahead and mix those carrots because I have a plethora of cabbage and sweet potato, which is going to be plenty for our pancakes. We need some green onion for garnish. Now that all the veg is done, last but not least, I want to chop up my shrimp. And this can just be really like roughly chopped. It does not have to be symmetrical in any way because it's going right into the pancakes. Now I'm gonna add the ingredients into this pancake base. So the shrimp goes in. Gonna stir that in a little. Put about half of those sweet potatoes in. Half of the cabbage. After it's all said and done, I've used 3 to 4 cups of shredded cabbage and approximately 1 large sweet potato. Let's get these babies frying. I'm turning the stove on to medium-high heat. And we're gonna throw some butter on the pan. I'm gonna let this heat up for a second. Now that this pan is nice and warm, I'm going to just turn it down a little, and we're gonna put our first pancake on. I'm planning on doing 1 pancake per serving, so it doesn't have to be like small. Let's plan on close to 4 minutes per side. We're ready to flip this, so I'm going to take this one and kind of use my other spatula to pick up the hanging end. And we'll go about for another 4 minutes. First pancake is done and coming off. Let's do another. I always overshoot my pan a little. See that, guys? And just kind of drizzle over the top. And the kewpie. Green onions. Sesame seeds. My husband and I both like sriracha, so that's a definite. And last but not least, I'm going to reach in my bonito bag and pull out some of these lovely, very finely shredded bonito flakes. And voila!